increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I'm sorry about my voice. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help me much. Yuri is clearly an introvert, and an intimate person in general. There's no doubt she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've even been texting occasionally. I can believe it. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. Putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decided to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over.
Sorry, I'm listening.
Yeah, good luck with that thing. I think that's the same thing I had, and it did not work. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses, like we were family. Which, where the fuck are these people's parents? The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange for her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom, where I finally find her. Sayori? Hi, Liz. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it has always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. What a fucking mood. Wow, isn't that relatable? Too. I hate this. I hate how relatable this fucking woman is. If you came over here more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it up for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? That's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. So it's just me and Yuri then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So... Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Liz. Eh? Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But it's just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayori. I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Liz. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just gonna make me say it, aren't you, Liz? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had a really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days, I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste when having been spent it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just wanted to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Does she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? And why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. That's a dick thing to say. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do, I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do is tell me. You don't understand at all, Liz. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else, too. Seeing you make friends and get close with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Liz. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time, I pull her into a tight embrace. Liz. Sayori. I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please, never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Liz. Sayori is hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remained at her side. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No. Don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Liz. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary, too. Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's gonna be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice to... Yeah. Sarah wets her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Yuri shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Right. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri's about to come over too. I think Sayori's right. I shouldn't be worrying too much. We're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. The fucking music. The music changed. It's so... The change in the music is so... fucking jarring.
Oh, great.
That was wild. Yuri? Thank goodness. You're a little early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You could have always texted me. If I'd known, I would have reassured you and hurried on my way home. I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. This protagonist is a dick. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything right. I'm sure it'll be fine. I take Yuri to my room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. I cleaned it before you came over. That's very considerate of you to do. No. I would be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here. Oops. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean. That would have been even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there. I snatch Yuri's wrist, which is in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both her hands firmly in her lap, as if to make sure she's keeping track of them. You good? Should we get started?
Yes.
I've a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements? You know, mood lighting, aromatherapy candles. Oh wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Of course. I want to help take our guests to a faraway place. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great.
There.
It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Intense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? That makes me feel relieved. And kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little. Relax? I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah? Like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. I didn't plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that'd be really neat. Sounds like people would think you're the occult club, though. What's that one thing, though? This? It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with remote therapy? I can speak English. Not familiar at all. How does that sound? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Oh my god. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes the switch on the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole on the top. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? This is a jasmine essential oil. And it smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. I can't read. I can't read and I can't talk. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. That sounds like a health problem. Don't you think that would be perfect for sharing our poems? It does sound suitable. But you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside. That's really creative. I'm not gonna lie, that sounds like an elementary school classroom project. It really does. This sounds like elementary school arts and crafts, where you have like those open houses and you bring your parents in to see your classroom. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you put it. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed than when it's just the two of us? Maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, Liz. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. Alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Relatable. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Well, embarrassed, Yuri looks away. Smooth move. I had a burp or something. What is it? You're gonna think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know? If you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. Alright. The thing is, I'm kind of in denials. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe? What am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. Yeah, slicing bread, sure. You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you got about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. God. But I think it kind of suits you. Suits me? Damn! Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool looking knife. I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife, with the handle facing me. I take it and turn around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife in my index finger. Like a dumbass. Ow. Obviously. Liz, why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. Fucking moron. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. It's a fucking knife. Of course it's sharp. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. How would you know that? Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. That's kinky. I feel her tongue curl around my finger.
That's how cheap
Startled, I instinctively pulled my hand back. Oh, please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri? That's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. Sure, it was a little weird, and it took me by surprise. But I guess she was just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her hand.
Great.
What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. Did you really just do that? Now we're even. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea.
Yeah, great.
If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. I feel like I'd make it heavier, though. Whatever. You're so weird, Liz. Yuri gives shy. Yuri calling me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need one, actually. It was a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I can continue to make progress on the paper. Who fucking touches the end of a knife? Just, who fucking does that?
I don't know.
This main character is a dumbass. I keep wanting to hit the damn triangle button to go back. Because I've been playing The Sims too much.
Damn.
After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected and will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. That's right. One of the items Yuri had asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. Sorry. I need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, it'll be too diffused. Meanwhile, she's going to open that drawer to stop her from opening. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips, then bring it back to my room. Yuri? Yes? I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. Nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri. Poor baby.
Mine's in the car.
Yuri, hurry up. What?
I said mine's in the car.
Smooth it. You want to go out and get it?
I'll borrow your shoes. Is that okay?
Yeah, I don't know where the hell they are.
They're in the thing over there.
Okay.
I already put my thing right there on the front.
I don't know if I locked the car or not.
Let me go check. But keep going.
Okay. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it on herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. So, I thought we could do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors for a sunrise, then daytime, then sunset, and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. Sorry, I coughed wrong, so my throat hurts. Sorry about it. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Ah, neat. What are you gonna write? Well, it'll be more fun. Yuri smiled.
I need your keys.
Where did I put them? Fucking Sims. I've been playing the original Sims game on PS2, and the controls are fucking in my head. She's so cute. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and has a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. I'm sorry if this feels too childish. No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I can spend time with one other person. Even if it's something simple like reading, it doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes me feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. That sounds like us.
Yeah.
That's so. Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience is something that can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Oh! Sorry. But like, sorry for real. That was disgusting. I'm sorry. Yuri reels back and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all. And I'm just gonna fucking lick your head. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Ah, your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel, then I dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her. This is so cute. Here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with a towel. But also weird looking. Is something wrong? It's hot. I just didn't expect it. Sorry. I had want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand. But Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait. Just for a little longer. It feels really nice. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. Please stop. Please stop looking at me. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books. Almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted. I don't get it. What is happening?
I don't know.
That is exactly what I'm thinking. Is it the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Or the concussion? Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrist, send a tingling sensation through my arm. That could be a concussion. And suddenly her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry. I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. Again, y'all need to see a doctor because I think you're both concussed.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again. Her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. Everyone got concussions. That should do it. I finished filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true, but won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here, then have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay? That's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Phew. You say that like you're glad it's over. Is I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? Oh no, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. So you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we would have extra time after finishing the work. Well, Yuri thinks to herself. I think it would be irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right? Yeah. So, I shouldn't be disappointed, or anything. Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounded like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean that this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem. I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need for me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then. Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait. I kind of said that without thinking. About today. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted. Because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over, or we can go out somewhere. I forgot you don't like going out so much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so you're very thoughtful, Liz. Yuri takes one step closer to me, and briefly squeezes my hand. I kind of like that about you. Fucking shit, she just appeared that close to my face. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even give it a chance as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Say a word.
Oh my god.
I love that. Hi, Liz. Sayori. Just now, we were... It's okay, Liz. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Oh, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. But we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course. Sayori beams. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori. God, fucking music again. I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room. My imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come here and see for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri. And how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Liz? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? Jeez, it hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Liz. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Liz. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori? It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Liz, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. That's what I'm going to give you. What do we say to her? We say we love you, and you'll always be my dearest friend.
Love you. Mood.
These are my true feelings. So there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized this sooner. Spending my time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, they helped me realize that you are truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens. As long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side, then I know we'll both be happy. Liz. Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me. Liz, is this really okay? Yeah. I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her closer. You'll never have to let go of me again. I love you, Liz. I want to be with you forever. Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit. What is this? Sayori? I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why? Even now? God damn it. Why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, Liz. It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again. But no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Okay. I trust you. Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it always has been. Even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I can handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me. I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best. Hey, Liz? Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sadly. Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. It felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you loved me. But that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, I do. That's my promise. You say that, but in reality I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her if she loves me. but I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more, or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know. But I know that I'll give it everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. Oh boy. It's the day of the festival, and it's quiet. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it up to take with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Liz, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. And I suddenly feel awful, knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all? You should take a little responsibility for her, Liz. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, didn't you? Exchange? Monica, you know about that? That's suspicious. Of course I do. I'm the club president, after all. But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? Don't think so. I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Eh? Monica's being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Yeah, you fucking should.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki's and Yuri's poem from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different than the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Yeah. Get out of my head.
That's a
Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Like times 100 probably.
That's
Get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Ah, what is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Liz? What's wrong? Ah, nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm gonna get Sayori, so... well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself! Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not that big a deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs, and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer, since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I open the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. This really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy! There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter a room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Fuck you, Monica. Ready?
Yeah.
Sayori?
She's dead. No, she hanged herself.
The exception has been filed in the instrument, Chapter 5, Line 307, Section 8, back text of 19. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I'd be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her? I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her. Then why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. Or what are you giggling about? This fucking woman's dead.
Not her.
My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her like it always has been, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance, and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until the day I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. Reload, I guess.
That's the most horrible thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh, that worked. I didn't expect it to work.
Damn.
Sure didn't expect that one to work.
Yeah.
Alright. You see, there's blood on her hands, too, because, she didn't die immediately.
So she's only does.
She tried to fall off a chair. She didn't do it right, though.
No.
Because she wasn't high up enough.
It didn't
Cut her off instantly, so she struggled a bit.
Yeah.
And she, fight or flight response or whatever, the fight response, survival instinct kicked in, and she tried to claw at the rope to pull it off of her throat. Never. End. Game over.
Well, we screwed up. That was
Thanks,
mine.
Team Salvato. That's lovely.
Okay.
missing, or corrupt. The save file is corrupt. Starting a new game. Start a new game. I don't know how to say that.
What? Another thing? He hard as this shit.
All of our saves are gone. All of our saves are gone.
God.
She's gone for good. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is whatever the fuck that is. My neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. I have a few of those. Keep hitting the fucking find button. We used to walk to school together on days like this. Starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I must feel better off running away.
Yeah.
However, I just idle in front of the clock's walk and let that catch up to me. What the fuck is that?
That!
Oh, I love that. Thank you. Thank you. I love that.
Thanks.
It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there'd be any girls in it anyway. You never know. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. I can read. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Liz? Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Ah, yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget, publicity, and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. The Literature Club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far?
0.
It's kind of embarrassing, but there's only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? God, Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature, too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Liz. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Easily. Say no.
No.
Run far away from
Yeah.
this crazy woman. Sure, I guess I can check it out.
Damn.
Haha, awesome! You're really sweet, Liz, you know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look at the materials another time. You're more important. Oh, Jesus Christ. And today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I dejectedly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back! Oh, I hate this. And I brought a guest with me. A guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Liz. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Liz in the classroom, and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? I regret naming this character Liz now. Wait, Monica? Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that'd be great. Why don't you come sit down, Liz? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You can put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. I am so, every single time the screen changes, I'm afraid it's gonna jump scare me.
I'm so over when it's like...
Do you keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
No.
I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulting. Yuri looks away. I mean that, you know... I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So Liz, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered to myself, quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something. She keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer imagination to completely throw you for a loop. Dan Salvati, self-congratulatory son of a bitch.
Say that shit every single day.
Anyway, I've been really a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. Dan Salvati, you self-congratulatory bitch. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if the story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world. If only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes darted on me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gave you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! Give that back! Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Alright, not a very confident writer, are you? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. This entire fucking time, Monica has not looked away from me. And it's freaking me out, Monica.
A little bit.
Stop staring at me! Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, this seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Liz? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I've bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry,
You gonna throw up again?
Yes, do. The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Liz. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. If we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is a price I need to pay to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. What if I won? The girl's eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Liz? Yeah. It could be fun, right? Nope. You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just laughed after all this, I'd be super pissed. Right, Liz, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now.
No.
Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it?
What the hell?
I'm terrified, yes. Oh, Jesus Christ. Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts.
No, it's not.
Yeah, thanks. Can that leave now? Thank you. Okay. Okay.
We don't need that.
Peace. What I would like right now. Waterfall, that'd be nice. Vacation. A dream. Maybe a nice one.
Yeah.
Sparkles. No poof.
I was about to say change that.
Party. Sensation. Happiness. Fear. Like, can we have some fucking happiness? Boop. Playground. I like playground. Ooh, strawberries. I like strawberries. I love strawberries.
What about bubbles? Special.
Bubbles! Contamination!
No. Wrestle?
Yes, peaceful, please. Give me something peaceful, please.
Where to go?
Milk!
Oh, milk. Oh.
Kitty!
Day.
Heart. Suicide, no.
Yeah, that's what the fuck one.
God damn. Entropy. Ugh, I'm so scared. Hi again, Liz. Get away from me, Monica. Get away from me, Monica.
Yeah.
Glad to see you didn't run away on us. No, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. I'm back in the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Oh, Jesus. Thanks for keeping your promise, Liz. Don't do that again. I hope this isn't too overwhelming a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, Jesus, fuck! Oh, come on, like she deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you just plan to come here to hang out or what. But if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Ma'am, you're on top of the text. Oh, wrong button. Oops, wrong button. History?
I guess.
Fuck. That's like what? That's not you have a big mouth for someone who keeps your manga collection in the club room.
Yes. She's still in the way.
Monica, Natsuki finds herself between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. So the room is tilting. Why is the room tilting?
What?
Natsuki is certainly a big mouth for somebody who keeps a manga collection in the club room. Simply defeated, Natsuki plops back in her seat. I'm sorry, Liz. I'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointing glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read? Well, I can't really say no either way. Oh my god. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like those vice presidents
the hell was that? I felt like somebody sneaked behind me.
Maybe you can just bump somebody in the arm. I can't tell if she's fucking cute. I don't think she is. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like. Oh, what is that?
I don't know.
What's that not working?
Oh, it's white wall. Yeah, it's like all over my back.
Ah! Fuck!
Ah, it's on my ass.
Yeah, stand up. Hold on, your ass to the camera. Hang on. Fucking save, goddammit. Hang on. Oh, my books. I forgot that was on that fucking plate.
Tom's my book's not on there.
No, it's over here.
Okay. Put the cover back on.
Yeah, just sit down. Yeah. Okay. Let's just finish this and we'll figure it out later.
Okay.
She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. Enthusiastically take the book. Phew. So you can read at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Oh, thank God. I was getting dizzy.
I'm a little dizzy.
That was making me so fucking dizzy. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I couldn't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around the closet. I can talk. Ugh! I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. I feel like I keep hearing like the music every now and then just get kind of goofy for a second.
I don't
You
know.
looking for something in there? Whoa. Fucking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone's gonna mess it up? Wow.
I feel
Wait a
like
minute, it didn't even get the you need help. It just didn't, that didn't even register either. Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes, but like it didn't even pick up the do you need any help? Wow, okay. Manga. You read manga, right? Ah, sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How'd you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right in the middle of the rest. Oh, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, then you can do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Liz. Consider this a fucking terrifying thing. Don't judge a book. Okay. That's not terrifying at all. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. Like, how does this not wind up in the history? And a couple of lines before it, too. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. Ah, I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Eh? Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that! You make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes that it won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these, since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Dan fucking Salvato, everyone. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you were just watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that. You say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez! Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? It makes me want to punch him in the face.
Me.
I know those kinds of people. I don't think she said that last time. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers at the time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part?
I don't know.
I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. Oh. My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. That Monica's kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. It's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. At least you're enjoying yourself, right? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I'm just gonna save it. And, stop the stream for a hot minute, see if we can call butthole. And then we'll come back to it. Okay. This is terrifying and I hate it. What new pictures? New pictures? New pictures? New pictures? Ah, yes, those two. How is she in this picture, though? She's not fucking here anymore. She's fucking dead! Ooh, new art. Aw.
And that's the lesson memory. At least you got that.
I hate this. I truly hate this. Anyway.